Yes, I'm back, Dwayne Nathan Jack, this time with another one on how addictions sabotaged my soul, destroyed my life, and nearly almost that close to taking me to the grave. Whoa, I was nearly gone, vanito. And why I'm so passionate in what I do to try and help and support and minimize pain, suffering, and death for you. That's right. And it's not boring not taking drugs and drinking alcohol all the time. And I'm not saying give up your alcohol. Yes, you can use it moderately, A, B, and C, but even that alone, it ends up smashing you. Even you say, I'll do it on a special occasion. On that special occasion, you act like and the character comes out, and then it's like, do I really need to do this on special occasion? Is that a reward? No, it's punishment. It's self-inflicted, self-harming. Are you with me? If you're with me, give me an A in the comments. If not, you're not with me, you will in the near future, because life is all about experiences and learning. And in the end, you know when to close certain doors and learn from touching that oven, because it's hot, it burns, so I'm not going to touch it again. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, come on, let's get into this video. So I'm going to get vulnerable with you. I don't know where you're at with your habits, your addictions, and how much this is influencing your mindset, behaviors, and the choices and decisions, and how much those choices and decisions, mindset and attitude is affecting those people closest to you: girlfriend, boyfriend, missus, husband, wife, A, B, and C, children, family, wider family, community, society, business, A, B, and C. Because when it comes to addictions, they influence and affect the people that are around us, our loved ones. And sometimes they're not detected, some of these addictions, because they're socially accepted, like alcohol. And because they're so socially accepted, it's even more dangerous than those that are not accepted, because we convince ourselves and justify ourselves because society has approved it, that it's okay. But that in itself is very dangerous. And that's why I'm presenting today. It's not okay. It's all poison, and it will all harm you and destroy your life and those around you. Socially accepted to drink poison, act and behave in a certain way that's not really us, and basically put ourselves at risk. Risk of what? Death, drink driving, losing our marriage, taking drugs, fighting, becoming violent, rape, etc. Like, I'm just chucking some bits and pieces in. Death by dangerous driving, multiple gambling, because you're gambling with life. You could obviously die. Your business, reputation. There's so much at risk, but we never look at that because we just get up and brush ourselves up and move forward. But that's why I'm doing this video today, to get vulnerable, to share my personal experience, and just to bring some awareness around habits, addictions, and how much risk it puts you through. So let me break it down. I started drinking. It was a Christmas with a friend. His mum used to let him drink, and he'd get some bottles for Christmas. And I remember the first time we got drunk. Wow. Dangerous. Then we started drinking outside the shop. So I remember Special Brew and Tenants, about 11 years old, we'd get these, and we're not in school, and we're drinking these strong drinks. And then it went into cannabis. By the time, I know not everyone's gonna obviously have experienced some of the stuff that I've experienced, because I've experienced a lot of things at a very young age due to my childhood, etc. Cocaine, crack, their age 12 to 13 years old, even heroin. within the prisons. And those substances, sometimes you'd obviously get high, then you want to come down, and it's like chasing the highs and the lows. And just fast forwarding a bit, that took out a good decade of my life of being addicted to the stimulants, being addicted to coming down because I'm too high, up and down, up and down. And I was hurting, and I hurt a lot of people around me through my drug substance misuse. But then as I got older, then it would obviously be clubbing, ecstasy, and then it went on to just becoming a problem. It was numbing. Why was I taking drugs? Because it was numbing my childhood trauma. A lot of people drink and take drugs because there's an underlying issue where they want to escape from reality. They want to escape from the feelings or the responsibilities or the realities of life, and it's too painful, it's too uncomfortable, and they just want to feel good, feel better, so they take the substance or drink alcohol to feel. Some will drink alcohol, take drugs just to get confidence because they're unable to express themselves without being drunk. They're unable to socialize, they're unable to be their self because of the enemy within, and it relaxes them a little bit more to feel that they can share their opinions, their views. So there's many different reasons why people drink, become addicted, alcoholics or drugs, and some of them it was recreational, some of it's through corporate networking, it's just become a habit and it's become culturally accepted within the industry. Then some it's childhood trauma, some it's some other kind of trauma, some it's responsibilities, the load's getting too heavy, being a business owner, leader, there's loads of stuff going on, so I'm going to reward myself and I'm going to just destroy myself from Thursday to Sunday and A, B and C. So there's guilt, there's shame, so I just keep going. There's a multitude of why people take drugs. But the moral of the story is they destroy lives. For about 17 years, in and out of prison taking drugs, trying to numb my pain. And some of the behaviors, I didn't sleep for nights on end. I sometimes wouldn't eat for however long because I'm on a binge, not sleeping, not eating for about a week, hearing voices in hotel rooms, breathing in the pillar from cocaine, thinking that they can hear me outside breathing, thinking that I can hear voices, people in the bush, listening to stuff that prison had me in prison for the majority of my life. I would still use. But throughout the time, I got wiser and stronger because I thought, I can still drink, but I won't take drugs. But then at the beginning of my journey, I'd drink, I'd end up get some fags smoking. Then the following weekend, I may buy a pack of fags, and then eventually I'd end up taking drugs again, and boom, I've relapsed. So after a while, I realized that I can't do it anymore. And it took me years of not, because I went probably about a few years without even drinking alcohol. And I'd go to Christmas do's sober, Red Bull, dancing, everyone's like in the hotel the next day and they're not even turning up for breakfast. So I knew what it was, how I was able to dance, go out, etc., sober-minded. And people are like, what, you never drunk? Wow. Well, I was able, I could dance, I could boogie, because I've got that ability, I've known that. But some people haven't. And then there's peer pressure. But the moral of the story is, let me just break it down to you. As much as I've nearly killed myself, killed others, harmed myself, been put into a box, a prison cell for multiple years due to my drug use and my alcohol use, the reason why I'm doing this video, because I want you to know, or someone that you know, to know that life can only work for you and through you when you're abstinence. You will get to know you. You are so special. You are unique. You're talented. You're gifted. And you deserve you. Do you know how privileged I feel to have discovered who I am? And the most effective that I am is when your abstinence from everything, and even coffee does something to me. That's my little vice that I thingy with and have done over the years, and chocolate or whatever it may be. Yeah, alcohol, I can leave that special occasion, like I said at the beginning, but why am I doing it? And then in the end, you're like, nah, I'm not doing it. So like, it might be an anniversary or something, and then you realize, but a year's gone round, however, or a business deal, but then you realize, but it's not weekly, monthly, etc. There's big periods of times, of gaps, but then you're like, nah, it's not for me. However, the reason for this video is because I want to bring an awareness. I want to bring a solution for those that the addictions have become a problem. A problem. And you know that it's a problem, and you've lost all control because of this addiction. Whether it's alcohol, whether it's drugs, or whether it's gambling, whether it's masturbation, whatever it may be, you know, because it's on your conscience when you wake up in the morning. You're at war. So this is who the video's for. Or you know that it's the person that you love the most. Someone within your family, someone within the workplace, and you know. And you need to take action. And you don't want to go to NA, AA, see the local people like that and claiming that you're a victim of alcohol or drugs. You're not a victim. Yeah, you're not an addict. You've just made certain choices and decisions. Things have got a bit too much, and you haven't had the right methodology and the right support so you can be independent, powerful, strong, and on your path, not reliant and dependent upon a group. And there's not much out there for people that are struggling with alcoholism, or whether people struggling with drugs, whether, like everything that I mentioned. And that's why I'm doing this video, because we have a methodology, and it's not to do with the drugs or alcohol. It's to do with identifying, revealing, and then healing, and then implementing certain lifestyle strategies, tools, wisdom, where no longer do we need to go there, because we're happy with ourselves and our relationship with ourselves and our life's purpose, A, B, and C. So, lovely people, I hope you got some value from this. And before I go, I'm going to give you 3 nuggets. 3 nuggets, if you implement these, sometimes people need that accountability and the support, and some people can do it on their own. But I'm going to give you 3 nuggets before I go. PPE. People. Number 1, you've got to sacrifice sometimes people. There may be work colleagues or whoever you're doing it with. Sometimes you've got to sacrifice them. It may be family members, it may be whoever. People, and then places. You've got to sacrifice those places, pubs, clubs, whatever they are, wherever you've been using. Betting offices, whatever it may be. And then environment. Sometimes that environment that you're living in isn't healthy, and it's one of those 3. If you conquer those 3, you'll be on your way. If you do need support, then contact me. You'll see one of the links. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe, and I will see you on another one.